Hi, everybody. It's Mac Daddy. This is the Grief Journal. And by now, I hope you understand this journey. I don't want to explain it every time, but I have people in my inner circle dying of cancer, one that I am a full time caretaker for. And I've been making this grief journal because it's important for us to be able to openly share our feelings about grief, and not many, especially masculine people, do that openly or do it, well. Um, Modeling grief is important for all of us to learn, and I've learned it on the fly because it wasn't modeled greatly for me either. So it's so hard to do this grief journal, honestly, because things are different moment to moment, and my life is nothing like normal right now because I have very little spoons left to do any of my activist work right now. When someone cannot get up without your help and go to the bathroom, you're on call 24/7. And my wife just had knee surgery this week, so she's not able to help with that part, any of the physical parts at all. Right now, and I'm having to take care of her as well. I mean, she can walk some on her own with a big limp, and she's on a lot of pain medicine as well. And, it's not even been a week since her surgery, so she's recovering from that. And, yeah, so it's been a crazy, wild week. But the point is that making this grief journal, like this morning was really rough, really hard. Alina had a really bad morning. Her oxygenation level was low, and she was having trouble breathing. She's had a lot of swelling from the cancer. When she wakes up, there's a lot of swelling in her neck and throat, and her legs are very swollen, even though she's on an extreme amount of blood thinners, and which makes it hard for her to walk and to have control. She can't lift her feet at all. So, it was a really rough morning. She wasn't feeling good. Her stomach was hurting. She couldn't find a comfortable position. And after, a little time, and we got enough medicine in her that things kicked in to help her level out. We, by about 1 o'clock or so, we were having a little better day. And, Travis came over to visit and brought us lunch and stayed a little while, and was able to stay so that I could run to the store and get a couple things we needed, because I don't feel like I can leave. I even feel worried about leaving to take Obi-Wan for a walk for 20 minutes right now, because if she needs to get up, if she's got to go or something is, then I'm the one that needs to be there to help with that. And both her and my wife right now, if they need water or food or whatever, I'm the one schlepping that, doing that. So I'm concerned even to leave to walk the dog for 20 minutes. So it was nice that Travis came over to give me a little bit of a break. And I had a few errands to run. I had to run to a pharmacy and to the grocery store, and I was, had about an hour, then I could go get those things done. Obi still didn't get a walk, though, because I took that time to do those things. But then we had some really great moments later. Our friend Daniel brought over an amazing home-cooked comfort meal of meatloaf and smashed potatoes and garlic roasted Brussels sprouts, and made homemade scones, which she loves, and he's an amazing cook. So thank you so much, Daniel. I don't know how people do this. I don't know how people do this without the love of their community and the support of their community. I just don't even know if people don't have that love and support, how they get through this. Honestly, it's beyond me. Thank you. It lifts me up and keeps me going. That you all are doing things to help and support through this challenging time. But we were able to have some laughs and talk about some memories and everything tonight. And I have a surprise for you all soon, because I told Alina tonight about a plan I had. And some of you may think this is crazy, but if you Google Flat Stanley and Flat Stanley's Adventures, this was a big craze in children's books. In fact, won Scholastic Awards and everything, about this paper doll, basically named Flat Stanley, that had all kinds of adventures. He got squashed because he got ran over by a car or something, and then they took him around as Flat Stanley, this basically paper doll everywhere. Well, funny caveat to this. Years ago, like 15 years ago, I was on a cruise with a bunch of my martial arts inner circle people from my martial arts organization, and one of our instructors, who was single at the time, and a lot of people brought their partners on the cruise, of course. It was a social time for black belts and instructors, and a lot of people brought their partners, but this guy was single, and so he was playing along with the Flat Stanley craze. So he brought a Flat Stanley as his cruising partner, and he brought Flat Stanley everywhere we went, and we all took pictures with Flat Stanley, and Flat Stanley had his own seat at dinner and went to everything. And so what was funny is this guy, this friend who brought Flat Stanley and was single, he was kind of a nerdy, shy guy, and but this Flat Stanley made everyone talk to him and want to take pictures with him, and he actually got much more attention, and he even got a date out of it. So I said, a friend of mine and I were talking about what we could do for Alina, and I said, you know what, Alina is a great adventurer, and this, where you have these moments of joy, what can we enjoy together? Sorry, I'm outside, puppy's out here with me, and I said, why don't we make a Flat Alina? She's an adventurer, and we will take Flat Alina with us everywhere and take pictures with her and tell stories about her. And Alina will never stop having adventures on this side of the veil, as well as on the other side of the veil when she transitions over. And I actually, so I've been talking about this with a friend for a month, and now my friend Jen made her Flat Stanley, and I'm going to make one this week as well. And we're going to take Alina around to different adventures all over the world. So other people, I encourage you to make a Flat Alina. And if you don't know about the adventures of Flat Stanley, all you have to do is Google it, and you will find Flat Stanley's World Adventures. And it's quite the fun story. It became a whole craze. And we will take Alina, and Alina's spirit and will always be with us. And we'll carry her on by telling stories about what she did for people and what she did in the world. And I actually shared this with her tonight. It was just her and I sitting in the living room after dinner, because my wife took another pain pill and went to bed. Dawn went to bed, and Alina and I are sitting out there, and we're chatting, and I'm telling her about, and I'm reminding her of who Flat Stanley is in the story. And then she Googled it, and we were talking about it, and I said, we're making Flat Alinas, and you're never going to stop having adventures, because we're going to take you everywhere like she takes her stuffed animals Spike everywhere on world adventures with her. So this is a fun, happy ending, to the day right now, is that I have my little time on the patio because I've got Alina pretty settled for bed. She's playing her words. She loves to play Words with Friends. She's playing that a little bit right now and just relaxing in the bed, all settled down, had her meds, all tuckered in, and I have my little time, and I can make this video and tell you about Flatalina. And I want to see how many Flatalinas we can make and take Alina on adventures forever with us and tell her story and pass it on. We're going to pass it on, people. That's what you do. She will forever be with us. She will forever be with us. I love you guys.